What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Wednesday. Got a nice 12-game slate here tonight. I got it broken down for you with my favorite 6 plays, my money 6. So before we get going, like always, if you could show some love to the like button, that'd be really appreciated. Let's try to get over 70 likes again on this one. Thank you if we can hit that. Let's not waste any time now. Let's hop right into it. So big thing from last night, the Clippers played. Patrick Beverley got banged up, left the game, didn't return. So I would imagine on a back-to-back that he's out tonight. So that's a big boost for the offensive ability of Trey Young in this matchup. It's going to be a pretty fast-paced game. Trey Young, monster upside every single night. And I think at a lower price tag here and in a solid matchup with Beverley out, I think he can get over 50 fantasy points here tonight. His assist rate has been crazy. And if he can make it rain from 3, which he has the capability of doing, I think he can have a huge night. So I'm just going to lock him in there at 9,500. And obviously, if Patrick Beverley does play, then maybe I'll have to pivot off Trey Young. But then I'm going to go with Gobert here at 8,500. Really good matchup against the Warriors. They've been pretty damn bad against centers so far this year. And we saw a similar type player, Hassan Whiteside, have a monster game against them the other night. The Warriors do attack the rim a good amount, allowing for shot blockers to get some blocks. We saw Whiteside get like 5 blocks, something like that in that game. So I think Gobert could definitely get some blocks here and could put up a big double-double in this matchup. So at 8,500, he has monster upside, as he's shown in the last few games, 57 and 56, 2 out of the last 4 games. And his minutes have been really good too. One in these closer games, he had 39 and 37 minutes. Well, that game went to OT, but still 37 minutes and 35 is still solid for a center with that considered. So 8,500. I really like the price tag here for his upside. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as our second guy. Then I'm going to go with Lou Williams, like I mentioned. With Patrick Beverley likely out here, Lou Williams gets some extra run. He shot really bad last night, but this is the perfect matchup for him in a high-paced game. Not much defense where he can just score at will. I'm not sure if Kawhi is playing. It's going to be in the back-to-back, so that's an interesting thing to look at as well. But in the one matchup against Atlanta so far this year, Lou Williams dropped 40 DK points in just 22 minutes. The guy to 25, 6 and 6. So he definitely knows how to get it done in this matchup. And I think if he does draw the start here tonight, gets over 30 minutes, every time he gets over 30 minutes, he can approach 40-plus DraftKings points because he's such a good scorer and can fill it up so fast when he's given those opportunities. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as our third guy. Then I want to go with Aldridge. I think he could be a potential value in this really good matchup against the Pelicans. There's probably going to be a lot of fantasy points in this game, projected as the highest total right now. Both teams defensively haven't been that great this year. Aldridge, kind of some fluky numbers recently. He was averaging close to 8 rebounds per game, but for whatever reason, the last few games, he's just not getting the rebounds. Less than 6 rebounds in his last 5 games there, or last 6 games. So I think he's due for a bounce back in that category, and he's been scoring pretty well. Gotten some foul trouble against the Hawks, so he wasn't only able to get 28 minutes, but he did put up 30 points in that game. The scoring really hasn't been the issue. Like I said, though, the rebounding category, I think he'll be able to bounce back. He's putting up some defensive stats with blocks and steals recently. And like I said, really good matchup here. Should be a lot of points and a pretty fast-paced game. Good for fantasy scoring, and Aldridge at a potential value at 6,800, considering the fact he was close to mid-7,000 the last week before he kind of had that regression in his numbers. But I think he's going to have a good game here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as a fourth guy. I want to go with Enes Kanter. A little bit of a risky play, but I think he can have another good night here. He's been playing very well recently for the Celtics. They just haven't really locked into him with more minutes. But I think going forward, maybe he can start to eat into Tice's minutes share a little bit more and kind of get the better end of the stick there, hopefully. So at 4,500 here against Memphis, if he does get some more minutes, we've seen every single time out he's gotten 20-plus minutes. He's been able to put up fantasy points against Chicago, 26 minutes, 27 DraftKings points, 23 minutes against the Pelicans, 48 DK points, 24 minutes against the Lakers last time out, 34 DK points, 23 minutes against Chicago, 38 DK points. So this guy is extremely effective when he does get the minutes, and I think he can have a really good game here if Tice struggles for whatever reason, or if Kanter's is balling out and kind of gets some more run. Definitely a little bit more GPP, as his downside has been pretty bad. When he's not given that extra run, he doesn't really even get close to 20 DK points, but still good GPP play tonight here. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as our fifth guy. And another guy I'm keeping on my eye, there's not much value that stands out right now. There's a lot of news that could impact that. The guys to look after. So as of right now, I'm going to put a placeholder on Bobby Portis, as Marcus Morris is questionable. And we do have the injury to RJ Barrett. So they're kind of their wing depth, if you may, and they're just like their depth in general is kind of getting shot. If Morris and RJ Barrett are both out, Bobby Portis is a guy off the bench, then they're going to need his scoring. I think he could step up, get some extra run. Similar to guy to Kanter, when he does get the minutes, he is pretty good for fantasy scoring. It's just whether or not he's going to get the run. Like some games, he doesn't even get over 20 minutes. Other games, when he gets over 20 minutes, he's having monster games. So definitely a guy to keep an eye on here tonight. That's good. This game could turn ugly as well. The Lakers could easily blow out the Knicks here. Lakers coming off a bad game against the Celtics, so I think they'll be a little bit motivated there to bounce back and kind of take care of business easily against this Knicks team. So Bobby Portis could just get extra run just in a good game script to begin with, because last time out again a blowout against the Bucks, he had 27 minutes and 33 DK points. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock him in there as our final guy, but I might have to update that if we get a much better value play or a more obvious kind of safe guy if one of these injury news or one of these guys that are questionable don't play. So keep an eye on that on Twitter at MoneyWubby. I'll tweet it out there. But good luck here tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the plays. Drop a like in the video if you did before you head out. Over 70 likes. If we can hit that, thank you. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out on any more videos going forward. And we'll see you back here again next time.